the Computer, we got a special two-parter episode for you this week. Matthew Bruce is going to be showing off Mirror's Edge and Mirror's Edge Catalyst, some of his favorite games of all time.
Absolutely. I absolutely love Mirror's Edge to death. I love everything about these games, so I'm excited to talk about them.
Actually, hold on. There's kind of a smudge on the camera.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
There we go. All right, keep talking.
Can they see me? I don't think they can.
No, go.
Well, yeah, Mirror's Edge, we're going to be focusing on this game today. It's got great style. Cool. It came out in 2008.
It's still not right.
I mean,
there we go. Okay,
can they see me?
Yeah, it's perfect.
I don't think
You're
they
good.
can see me. Where's the... I mean, Mirror's Edge is really underrated and good,
so we're going to take a look. So put on your running shoes and do some parkour tricks. It's Mirror's Edge at the Computer.
They can't fucking see me. Alrighty, so this is Mirror's Edge at the Computer. This is going to be the first main chapter in the game. This is right past the prologue and the tutorial.
Damn, this is so pretty.
Yeah, I mean, the first thing that stands out about this game, for anyone who's ever seen it, is it's just drenched in style.
This came out in 2008, and just like Jet Set Radio Futures, like because of the color choices they made, this looks good almost 10 years later. They were playing this on a crusty PS3, which is like you can see some jagged edges, but like holy shit, like
yeah, like when you get up close to certain things, like even with the new Mirror's Edge, it doesn't look like it's not gonna stand up to like Uncharted or anything like that. But the sheer style just makes this game stand out so much, like above everything else. And it's like one of the reasons why I love it so much.
Damn. So what is your experience with the game? This game came out in 2008, but you didn't play this until like 2009?
Yeah, so I didn't get a PS3 or like a new generation of consoles until 2009, and in 2009 I got a PS3 and I got 4 games with it. I got Mirror's Edge, Bioshock, Metal Gear Solid 4, and Uncharted. And I love all those games like to death, but I played Mirror's Edge obsessively. It's the game that I played the most out of all of them.
Which is funny because Mirror's Edge itself is like a 6-hour game or something?
Less than that. Less than that. Yeah. Like, the first time you play through it might be 6 hours, but it's mainly like a 4-hour game, 3-hour game sometimes. Speedruns of this game can go in like 40 minutes. So one problem with this game actually is the frequent load screens, which are hidden by these elevators. It kind of stops the action. But even, like, I loved this game so much when I was playing it, I would just sit here and read, like, all of the news for it.
Even, like, with Half-Life or any, like, older PC games, I comb every inch of the map.
Oh, yeah. So, like, I would sit here and read, and you would read about yourself, stuff like that. And this is actually a cutscene. I'm going to skip it. But basically, this cutscene sets up the main story of the game. Your sister, who's a cop, is going to be framed for murder of a politician. And so the premise of the game is you trying to, like, prove her innocence.
Okay.
So that's the basic story of this game. So you can see the dead politician there. She's, like, mad about it. But we're going to skip it.
Which is funny because in Mirror's Edge Catalyst, which we'll get into later, they completely retcon that. Like, your sister's a different character? Okay, yeah, so it's not. Yeah. Okay.
But the game is technically like a prequel. See, like, we'll get into it. It's a horrible, convoluted mess.
So again, I love this game because it focuses on like a few colors at a time. So here, all we're really seeing is like blue and green, just so goddamn cool.
Yeah, like this game's got such again, it's like such basic colors because it's supposed to be like a dictatorship where they control everything.
Yeah.
But it's funny because it looks like beautiful. Like I love how it looks.
So sleek and modern. I like this. Cause yeah, this game is like, it's not like super sci-fi, but it is like that bleak. It's weird because it's a bleak sci-fi dystopia. But it's so clean and polished, but to the point where everything is so corporate. Like, what's a I forget the term for it. But it's everything is owned by like a corporation, and they control like the government and everything, right?
Yeah.
And so what are you in this game? So this game, I only knew of it as like the parkour game. You are a free runner. So you run around and you like deliver like.
So the premise of the game is secrets.
Yeah.
In the future,
like a pigeon, but
in the future, there's a government that controls every part of the media, things like that. And so there are a group of runners who spread information along rooftops, and just so they can like. So that it's like
if they had Twitter, they can just send a tweet.
Hey man, what if Twitter's controlled by the government?
Oh, okay, all right.
That's the premise of this game.
Yeah.
But basically, like, look how beautiful this is. Oh
yeah.
But basically, you're a runner and you're spreading information along other runners. And then the main premise of this game, as I just said, is that your sister is framed for murder, and you're gonna try and prove her innocence before she's taken to prison.
Can you get like a runner's high playing this?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, man, I'm always high.
Now it's these fucking orange box colors.
Oh yeah, this looks so great. But as you're like discovering this, like who murdered who and stuff like that, you unravel parts of the government, corrupt leaders, things like that. The actual narrative of this game is not like particularly strong, just like in Catalyst, but the world building and the world design is so strong that it kind of makes up for it.
Like we are family, like
like stuff like that is amazing in this game.
So like one thing too is like what's crazy is this game was published by EA, which is funny because ironically they are a giant bland ass corporation. And like, but in 2008, that era, they put out Skate, they put out Mirror's Edge, Dead Space. They were putting out some pretty good IPs.
It was part of the initiative, they called it, where they wanted to like get in touch with gamers, things like that, and like put out some games that they wanted, things like that.
Single player experiences?
Oh yeah.
Wow. That's
given the recent
news. So like
news,
you look at this game now and it's like, oh, this almost looks like an indie game. Like it looks like it's gorgeous colors. It's like a single player narrative game. You don't have guns yet, but it's just focusing on like really cool gameplay. Again, gorgeous colors. It kind of has that like
look at this hallway.
That Sega sky blue. Also, like, limited HUD, like, you just have that eye crosshair in the center.
And you can turn that off, too, if you want, but it's a little jarring if you turn it off.
How's, like, the sense of movement? Well, ironic, they're going into a loading screen elevator.
Yeah, this is the main complaint of the game, just all these loading screens, but this is cool. You get shot up. But the sense of movement in this game is absolutely fantastic. It's fast, it's fluid, it's frenetic. Sometimes it's a little finicky, like, sometimes Faith won't grab a pipe when you want her to, stuff like that. And it can be a little hard to get used to, but because this game is focused on linearity, like each level is just focused down, and you can like replay the levels and get better at it. I mean, that's kind of as with like Tony Hawk. When you first start, you don't know where all the objectives are, so you're kind of going around. But once you know where it is, you can make a fucking beeline to it. So is this a game that you would like replay over and over again and like do speedruns of it, or? I wouldn't do speedruns per se. There's time trials in this game, which I've done like half of them. Okay. But some of them are so ridiculously hard that I didn't finish them all. But this is a game, because it's so short, because I could beat it in like 4 hours or less. Whenever I was like in high school, I kind of bummed out or like not like in a good mood or anything like that, I would play this and I would play Flower all the time, because these are two games that just made me happy. Like it just teleported me to another world, a world that I wish I lived in sometimes, and you know, just made me feel like really happy inside. And
I mean, just the bright colors. Again, like that's, we always say, the fucking Sega charm of these games, where it's like, I don't want to turn on a drab military shooter. I want to, exactly, go to another world. Give me fucking color. Overwhelm me with color.
And like when this game came out as well in 2008, that was when like it was like the redawn of like all the military shooters, things like that, like the big shooters of the time, like Killzone, Gears of War. And like this game, when it came out, was just like, holy shit, look at this game.
Look at this, Ruffin. Fuck yeah, that's my aesthetic.
Yeah, like, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
I love purple and neon.
Yeah, this level like that we're playing through right now is like the poster child for all Mirror's Edge. It's got like all great colors. You're on the roof, so you go to the ground.
Runner shit.
Like it's amazing.
Yeah, that's why this is so good. This candy pop. This is why I love like cyberpunk anything. Just like like in anime, in movies or whatever. I just love these fucking like candy colors. Like it's so pretty. Is this a bad guy?
Yep.
Okay, I'll say the combat in the Catalyst is much better.
Oh yeah.
This is pretty.
People say that the combat in Catalyst is awkward, which it is. It is not great, but the combat in this game is worse still.
Are you like breaking down their pistols, or are you just throwing them away?
I just throw them away. It's gunplay in this game is not very fun, and there's no need to like shoot those dudes, so I just take their gun away.
It's funny how it was shoehorned into. Well, but I like that you can choose to not.
Well, also it's like if you like take their gun away from them, it's like an instant kill. Like you just knock them out instantly. Whereas if you take their gun from it, it takes them like 2 or 3 shots. So it's like, why don't you just take their gun away? And then of course there's parts in this game that are infamous later on where you're forced to like fight waves of enemies with guns, and it's just really terrible.
Yeah, if you haven't played this game, I mean, you can fucking get this for like probably $4 at GameStop. It's on PS3, Xbox 360. I think it's on PC, but through like Origin. Yeah. I didn't play this game until like maybe 2010 or 2011 after Bruce told me about it, and I played through it. Yeah, fucking, I think in like over a span of 2 days, and it was like, oh, that was really cool. It was a different experience. Also, it's funny because like since then they've made like a trillion Assassin's Creeds, and like even Event Horizon, like a ton of games now have that kind of like climb anywhere, climb anything. And like Uncharted had that, but like this game really fucking nails just like running, jumping, doing wall rides and shit. Again, that's why I like the Tony Hawk games.
The sense of speed in this game is absolutely fantastic. Like you feel like a little cat just like pouncing from building to building. Like Faith feels really light and airy and fun to control. Like again, there's parts in this game where you have to like, for instance, like I'm loading up
just that shot, the composition. Oh my god,
it's beautiful.
Sega Blue.
My wallpaper actually on my computer at home is still Mirror's Edge. Like nothing tops Mirror's Edge.
I should paint my room Sega Blue. Fuck, Sega Blue is like my shit. I want to say, oh god.
But Yeah, like you just like Faith feels great, and again, there's like parts in this game where you have to go in the sewers and it sucks. You have to like.
Oh, I hate sewer levels in video games.
You have to like climb like awkward buildings that slow down the gameplay.
Talking about like art direction, I love. This game does it cool, but it's like I like when games kind of tell you where to go. Like here's the bright red pole. It's like okay. Well, like, I talk about like one famous example is like if you play through The Last of Us or Uncharted, on ledges you're supposed to climb, you will see like yellow like streaming caution tape on it. Like you'll see a light shining in the direction. Like that's a big thing just in game design. It's like your eye is drawn to the most brightest point in the map, so designers will point in that direction.
Like normally like they'll shine a light on where you're supposed to go, but in this game like where everything's overly saturated, they can't do that, so they had to find a way to do it. And it just works out that painting things bright red works within the world. Yeah. Like it fits the world design. It doesn't look hokey. Yeah. And then it also just like comes out at the player. The player knows to look for red.
I also like even this shit climbing on grates and on top of corporate buildings. It's like a lot of like Hong Kong action films, like Jackie Chan's shit. He's climbing up, he's bouncing off walls and stuff, and it's like I love that. There's something just so gritty and cool. Even the Matrix, the helicopter scene on top where like he's dodging the bullets on top of giant corporate office buildings. There's just something so cool about bringing action into such a, literal like corporate environment.
Well, yeah, like there's not like if you just look at this frame, which is just gorgeous. Like there's not too many games that like fit this style or aesthetic or take place in a similar world. Like a lot of like open world games or something try to recreate something like fantastical or something like ancient or like old. Like Mirror's Edge is like holistically its own thing, which I love.
Hell yeah.
And also it's cool how she opens doors. You just punch through them.
Jesus Christ, yeah. So like with Mirror's Edge Catalyst, there's an upgrade system. With Mirror's Edge do you have all your abilities from the start? Yes. Oh, that's cool. But it's up to you to kind of like learn how to use them all. Yeah. So it's kind of weird in Catalyst. Again, we can talk about this more next episode. But like the coil move where you tuck your legs up like that, you have to unlock it in Catalyst with like weird stuff like that. But you do have more options in Catalyst than you do in this game. Okay. Like, because also they expanded the combat and stuff in Catalyst. I just love that turn. You can go up the thing, hit L1, do a 180, and then pounce off it. Like that's just fucking cool. It feels really good to do. Yeah, that is true. Everything feels nice. What are like some of the downsides of this game? So the downsides is like we've like talked about before, like the frequent loading screens. Oh my god, it's so dark in here. All right, we're back. I got lost in the vents because Frank's TV is unbelievably dark. Hey, I like having the crisp blacks. I couldn't see anything. I watch a lot of TV. I use my TV mostly for watching film. I don't want shit blown out. I want things to look good. Oh, who's this? Is this the bad guy from Die Hard Arcade? Does he have a little girl? It kind of looks like it. Yeah. The art style in this game is kind of interesting because people have really big hands and features and things like that. But we're trying to get some dirt on this guy because we think he might be linked. We think he might have hired the hitman who killed the politician. But that's boring. We're gonna skip it. We're gonna grab a gun here. Oh, cool. Look at that fucking 90s Taco Bell art on the wall. Turn around so you go to your... Yeah, look at that shit. Oh, yeah, it looks like Taco Bell art. Fuck yeah. But I love, like, what I would do in this game and what I do in Catalyst is I would literally do this. I would just, like look at stuff. I'd be like, oh, man. Oh, look at this. Pretend you're in IKEA? Look at that. I would look down at the buildings like, oh, look at this. I would literally load this game up levels and just stare at stuff. That's why I love it. I did that shit as a kid, yeah. I know the feeling. But I'm just, like, infatuated with the world of Mirror's Edge, which is why, I love the game so much. Like, even this, like, all the orange and how it's laid out. You can climb on that shit, too. It's fun. Like, it's awesome. Was this a European-developed game, or is this American? Like, where are the developers? It's developed by DICE. Where are they based? Canada? France? I don't know where DICE is based, but they, they make Battlefield. And Battlefront. They're making shitty games. Yeah. They made a good game and now they're doing this. But also another a good point to bring up right now because as it's wrapping up, I was gonna say the music in this game is absolutely fantastic. It's by Solar Fields, which is a electronic ambient group. I'm gonna have to kick this out. Hell yeah, that's some Duke Nukem shit. Oh, pink. But the music is fantastic. It's driving, it's pummeling. During the chase sequences like it is right now, but then during the loading screens or during the downtime, it's really quiet and almost sounds like liquid. It just flows really well. I listen to the soundtrack constantly, and also the title screen, the music's just called Introduction. Like if you just look up Solar Fields Introduction, I listen to that every time I shower. Every morning, really? I listen to Introduction. All right, I'll put on. I'll be editing this, so I'll remind myself. But I'll download the soundtrack. Is this a soundtrack on Apple Music? I know Catalyst is, but I've had the soundtrack for years, so I'm not sure if it's on Apple Music or not. Cool. And when it comes to synthscapes, Michael Mann's Heat has a really fucking cool synth soundtrack. It's real subtle, but the ending theme song of Heat is really cool. We watched the movie Good Time this year, which is phenomenal. That soundtrack, oh my god. Yeah, it's by One-O-Tricks Point Never. Also, Cliff Martinez composer of Harmony Korine, Spring Breakers, and all of Nicholas Winding Refn's films.
Oh, those are awesome.
Like the Drive soundtrack. I love Cliff Martinez. He's like my favorite electronic music composer. Neon Demon soundtrack. Like I love synthscapes.
Like
I love it.
I love those soundtracks as well. But what I love about the Mirror's Edge soundtrack is it has this like light airiness to it.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of synth stuff, especially like the Cliff Martinez stuff, it's really bold and piercing, and kind of dark.
Yeah.
Whereas the Mirror's Edge soundtrack is very light, airy, flows really well, and just like generally puts me in a good mood. Again, it's kind of weird that this game, like the soundtrack and the art style, is meant to show like how brutal or how like corporate the world can be, but it just makes me feel really happy.
Well, that's why I feel like we were talking like with Neo and Dark Souls. Those games are so heavy, but it's like I kind of relax playing those.
Yeah.
Like you just kind of, my mind just kind of turns into this gel, and it's just like I feel so relaxed playing it. I don't know, I like it.
Yeah, man, they're fantastic.
Well, even fucking Jet Set Radio Future, it's fun skating around. Before we got lost in the event, you were talking about cons with the gameplay. So this was 2008. Like,
okay.
Are there any like hitches with it, like either like the controls or combat? Like, what's off about this game? Oh.
The combat is really awkward and stiff. Like close quarters combat. Like we'll see a little bit more combat here in a second. You just die very quickly, and it's funny because this is developed by DICE, who made Battlefield and Battlefronts and all that stuff, but the gunplay in this game is terrible.
Yeah.
Like, it's real bad.
Hey, real fast, I'll give you $20 if you can watch the edge of the building without falling.
Hey, man, I don't need that 20 bucks.
No, you don't need that 20?
No.
All right,
I'm not for that.
I was gonna give you 20 bucks and walk to the edge, but you don't want to do that.
No, man.
Yeah, it's weird how they shoehorn guns into it. And then, yeah, you talk about loading screens are in here a lot. How does, like, the story wrap up? Is it a real gutsy ending, or is it kind of like a...
The story, like this game has a notorious, like, bad final level. Like, the level itself is pretty good, but there's a horrible part where you have to destroy... like 3 or 4 servers to unlock a door.
I remember that.
And you can destroy the servers with bullets, but you cannot take the enemy's guns and destroy them yourselves. The enemies have to shoot the servers for you.
Boy.
So you have to run in a circle and hope that they just shoot the servers before you die.
Yeah.
It's just real bad. But like, and then the ending itself, like, I don't like to spoil the end of the game, but you run up to this helicopter, you find out like who's like conspirating against you and your sister, and you go up this helicopter and you just save your sister's life.
Both Mirror's Edge games ends with a fucking helicopter?
Yeah. And on top of a giant building.
They both end the same way.
And they both have like a same like plot twist in the middle, which I won't spoil. But
what the fuck is this gun all of a sudden?
Yeah, but then you gotta shoot those. You gotta shoot those fools.
Are there like collectibles in this game? Are there hidden packages or something?
Yeah, there's runner's bags. Which
okay.
actually, like, the collector's edition of this game back when it first came out came with a physical runner bag, and I've looked on eBay for years to buy one myself. Like, you can buy one for like not that much, but I just haven't pulled the trigger on it.
Hey, if you're watching this show and you want to sell a runner bag,
yeah, if you have the collector's edition of Mirror's Edge, you got a runner bag, you know.
Cut us a deal.
I might, cut you a little
Christmas
deal.
around the corner. Santa. I'm gonna go sit on his lap.
Hey, look, it's an elevator. But see, like, people like dog on Catalyst a lot because of like issues with the combat and flowing. But
does this elevator only have 3? Does this building only have 3 floors? You can only go up or down.
Yeah, like
pick a number.
People forget that like Mirror's Edge, while it's like it was such a breath of fresh air when it came out, it does have a lot of problems. Like stuff like this.
The newest threat to children.
Yeah,
running. That's awesome.
It's super cool. Like you spend a lot of time just staring at elevators.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And I feel like personally, like if Mirror's Edge Catalyst was the first game, and like if Mirror's Edge 1 didn't exist and Catalyst just came out of nowhere last year, people would have loved it. People would have been like, oh, this is so great. It's so bright and colorful. But because it was 8 years after Mirror's Edge, it was kind of too little too late.
Last question I want to ask is, did this game inspire you to try parkour in real life?
No, oh, but look at this is my favorite. This is my favorite shot in the game. It's beautiful.
Ooh, cranes.
Let's just stay.
You get a run on them cranes later?
Yeah, man.
Fuck yeah.
It's the most famous part.
I never tried parkour. I mean, I think in high school as a joke, we would like pretend. I was obnoxious in high school.
Oh, you don't say.
But we would just like pretend to do parkour over lunch tables and shit. And I think we would say like, I don't know. We would be like, I don't know. We would just fucking climb on shit. Just
climb on shit.
That's what high school kids do. They climb on shit.
Yeah, like this game didn't inspire me to do parkour. Like Jet Set inspired me to skate, but like. This, like, I've never been, like, this scares the crap out of me.
When YouTube first kind of blew up, like, around...
I missed that. How did I miss that?
Parkour accident caught on tape. Like, when YouTube, like, kind of blew up, like, late 2000s, like, 2010-ish, there were so many parkour videos on YouTube, and my friends and I would always just like to type in parkour accident or parkour fail, and just find videos of people falling. I'll link a few of my favorite parkour videos, but, me, Garrett Hunter, and Craig Gleason made parkour accidents. and it was just we typed parkour accident as the title, and then it was something like stunt gone wrong in the description, and we made these like fake parkour accidents, and those videos have so many views. Garrett's has like 120,000.
Yeah, Garrett's is the best one. It's so funny.
And yeah, I filmed that. We just had a day where we were hanging out, got pizza, and we filmed 3 quick videos. That was the old fun of YouTube. It's just like making dumb videos, uploading a clickbaity title. But now you can't discover videos on YouTube anymore. The only stuff you can find is stuff that's like massively popular already. Before, you used to go on recently upload and look for weird shit. Look at the plane in the sky.
Yeah, it's great.
And then what's the biggest twist in this sci-fi world? Like in the future is like masturbation outlawed, or what's a crazy?
Oh, that would affect you a lot.
What's a crazy thing in this world that's why is it so fucked up? Why we gotta run and shut it down?
There's nothing like super crazy. I mean,
yeah, then why are people trying to rebel against it? It seems all
it's because everything is controlled.
Everything's
controlled. All the marketing, the messaging, the man trying to keep all the information from you, and you gotta spread the hot new Twitter buzz via carrier pigeon, but with your feet.
I also like too the illusion of an open, like this giant world. Like you can look down and see cars and stuff. You can't actually go there, but I like that stuff is animated down there.
Yeah, like I said, man, like I would load this game up and just stare at stuff and like look off in the distance and like, oh, I wish I could go there. Which is why I liked Catalyst more than most, because it gave me that opportunity where I was like, it's an open world, so like I actually got to explore this world a bit more.
I think also is why I also like Sleeping Dogs. It's the same thing. I love games that have urban settings.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I fucking like that are done well. That's not like you know, even Grand Theft Auto. Like give me fucking more cities to play with, because it's like you can't. I get so stressed in the real life when I go to cities that let me just play around in them and not worry about parking.
That was embarrassing. What happened right there?
Hey, you know what? He went for that 20.
I went for that 20.
Hey, I'll give you $20.
This jump right here is like one of the hardest jumps in the game. Can I just say? It really is. It's really awkward. You have to like. It's okay.
And you got a helicopter.
Okay.
All right. Well,
okay. I want to run across the cranes. It's important. It's important that I run across the cranes.
All right. We'll extend it.
But yeah, this is what I'm talking about, where the game is finicky, because like everything revolves around one button, and so to wall run, you have to just press L1 and then run at the wall. But then to jump off the wall, you have to press it again. But then to climb up ledges, you have to hold it down. So the combination you have to do on that wall down there is press it and then run at the wall and then press it again, but then hold it down after that. So like stuff like that is like a tiny bit.
Sounds like you gotta do math to play this game.
Yeah, it's like a tiny bit awkward.
Oh no! Can you kick him off? Hell yeah!
Kick them off.
That's fucking awesome. That's cool as hell.
But yeah, when this game works and like flowing well, it's like there's no other game like it. But then when you stumble and like what happened right there, and you have to do something a couple of times, it kind of kills the flow a little bit.
Have there been games on Steam that have been like inspired by Mirror's Edge? Are there any other like parkour adventure games like this?
I don't know, honestly.
I feel like we'll get, because Catalyst didn't like scratch everyone, so I wonder if like in the future we'll get some more like indie games, because like you're starting to see that with Jet Set Radio Future with like Hover or whatever.
Yeah, I mean honestly, like I love the gameplay, like the running gameplay of this game, but one of the reasons I love it so much is
Dying Light. Dying Light has parkour and shit.
Like, Dying Light has parkour, but again, the main reason I'm here for Mirror's Edge is the style, the saturation, the world. And so, like, the runner gameplay is amazing. Like, this right here is great. But if it looked any differently, I would like it maybe 50% less.
Yeah.
Like, I am all about the style of it.
And then you go, oh yeah, always like jumping off into these big things.
And yeah, that's Mirror's Edge. That's the end of the level right up there.
All right, final call. Oh, what's that faith mark?
That means there's a runner bag nearby, so it's just hidden on this rooftop somewhere. But
okay, give the fans what they want. $20, walk to the edge of the building without falling.
Okay, well, there's a building there. I'll go over this side.
You gotta make sure you go for that 20. Make sure you go.
Okay, is there a 20 down there?
All right, I'll give you $20. Walk to the edge without
$20?
falling. Did you give a peace sign?
Alright, so that was Mirror's Edge at the computer. Like I said, I absolutely love this game. Throughout the episode, I feel like I maybe talked a little too negatively about it in some aspects, but I just wanted to be honest.
True critic.
Like, everyone talks smack on Catalyst, but I wanted to remind people that Mirror's Edge 1 is also great, but also has a lot of flaws. But if you've ever played this game, pick it up. It's so dirt cheap.
Also, this is one of your favorite games of all time.
One of my favorite games of all time. Definitely my top 10. It's backwards compatible on Xbox One.
Ooh.
And it's also on PC.
And PS3.
Oh yeah, so like if you like the style of this game, definitely check it out. And like I said, it's like 4 hours, 5 hours. You can beat it in a day. It's not a big commitment. So even if you don't like it that much,
and it holds up. Like you play through it again, right?
Yeah, I play through it pretty often. It's excellent. So I give this game, 2 thumbs up. Love it.
Hell yeah. It's a cool game. I played it for 4 hours and moved on. Like its art style is amazing and everything. like thumbs up. Like it's a good thumbs up, but it's not like my favorite game. But like I think it's just one of those games that's in the canon. You gotta play it. Yeah. It's a cool game. Fucking I wish EA, you know, fuck multiplayer. Give us some more single player games. But yeah, Mirror's Edge, cool game. I think most people know about this, but if some reason it's in your gap, fill that gap. Good ass game. We'll take a look at the sequel next week. But right now, we're gonna take a look at your emails.
You've got mail.
All right, we got a great email from Harrison Wood. He asked, "Hey Frank, I noticed you express your attraction for female video game characters a lot. I was just wondering, in your opinion, who's the hottest video game character you've ever seen?" He really needs to know.
This is Frank's. You're
not gonna answer? You don't have to answer?
I'm gonna let Frank answer this.
You don't have any?
It's a spotlight for Frank.
Okay, all right. I like cute girls. 2D, 3D doesn't matter. You know, cute boys are great too. I'm one of them. But I like girls a lot. You know, that's why I try to look so good. When it comes to video game babes, I mean, there's like Dead or Alive girls, whatever. That's kind of too showy. You know, for me, when it really comes down to it, I gotta go with kind of a, you know, kind of a controversial opinion.
Don't bring me this into it.
But Lightning, baby, from Final Fantasy 13, 13-2, Lightning Returns. You know, a lot of people talk shit on Final Fantasy 13, but you know what? I really like her. I really, really like her. You know, a lot of people like Laura Crawford, but something about Lightning, she's just charming. She's a sweetheart. Hey, Frank, I keep this poster in my bathroom. There's like real Japanese girls on the back, you know, pretty good, but something about Lightning, like, I don't know, you know, I would date her. And, you know, if you want to cosplay as Lightning, I'll date you too. Yeah, I think the Final Fantasy 13 games are kind of okay, Lightning Returns is whatever, but I don't know, I'm a fan of Lightning, so I'm gonna say Lightning, 2 thumbs up. You can come back if you want, I don't know. But, that's that. So thanks so much. You can send us another email about AtTheComputerShow@gmail.com. I think, I forget. Put that. I'm kind of thinking about something else right now. You can follow me on Twitter at Frank Howley.
I'm _Bruceums.
Yeah, follow my Tumblr too. I'll be sure to repost. I'm bringing Tumblr back. Hey, Yahoo bought Tumblr for like $1 billion. What if they buy this show?
6 years ago.
What if they buy this show, Bruce?
For $6.
We'll be on Yahoo Screen. I don't think that service exists anymore. Anyways, thanks for watching us. You can find me and Lightning later. At the computer.